Hi guys, and welcome back to another mega tutorial. This one is going to be a big one. This is the Type 45 destroyer or Daring class, which is currently in service by the British. That's as part of the Royal Navy. It is a huge one. In total, it's 152 blocks long. So that's from right at the end right to the front. So it's a big one. It's almost 3 times the size of the Victory itself. So it's going to be quite a difficult build. It's going to be quite a long build as well. So it's 48 blocks high as well. So it's a pretty high build. It's not as high as the Victory itself, but it is still pretty tall. And it's 23 blocks wide in total. So I'm just going to fly around kind of my tutorial area while talking to you about what to expect. So if you are building it under the water, it's going to be 7 blocks underneath the water. If you want 1 layer of red and 1 layer of black showing. I usually do this with my big builds because it does look a lot better. So what you'll be doing is coming back down by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's going to be 7 blocks. So your water will be on this level here, or at least it is on mine here. But you can always change the design. You can always change those kind of parts itself. So this is going to be like my other kind of big tutorials. It's going to be layer by layer. You can see the first 2 layers are going to be really easy. I mean, stupidly easy. It's just this front part here, which is the kind of bulbous bow. That part there. So that's going to be the stupidly easy, like layer 1 and 2. When you get to layer 3, it's going to just start going back quite a large amount. So there's going to be hundreds of blocks placed in the first few layers, much more than you've done in any of my other tutorials. There are quite a few layers, so take your time. I'll try and be as clear as I can with which layer you're on, so that you can kind of stop and start if you want to, and just find out, where you stopped. But it is a really cool build. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult for you guys. I'm going to try and set it out as simple as possible, and yeah, it's going to be quite a fun one, I think. A lot of people have kind of requested that I do some really big ships. I've got lots of them on the way tutorial-wise. This is going to be my first of the kind of what I kind of class as huge ships, which is kind of over 100 meters, just because they do take a lot of time and effort to kind of get through. But it is a really cool one. The part 2 for this tutorial for the interior is kind of going to be quite short because there's no way that I can do the entire interior. If I just punch through and change my light settings here, if you have a look through here, the actual inside of it is huge as well. So I still haven't even made a scratch on the interior really. If you do want the helicopter that goes on the back, I have got the Lynx helicopter that goes on the back of this. There is a tutorial for that already up, so you can just place it on like I did in my kind of promo video. But there's not too much to this one, guys, except for a lot of time that you put in. So it might be better to kind of build it with friends on a server or something like that, and try and take kind of regular breaks. Otherwise, I think you will start going crazy and start making a lot of mistakes. If you do use this on a server or on a map, make sure you do credit me for the design. That'd be really helpful. All you have to do is just say designed by Lord Daka, and that's it. The interior for you guys is going to be completely you. So really make it your own. Change things up. And all those kind of things. And if you do want to, or if you kind of can, just put a link in if you do use it on a server that goes to my YouTube page or to this tutorial itself. That would really help me out. It'd get me kind of a bit more views, more subscribers, those kind of things. So then that gives me more ideas for what to build, and it just kind of keeps pushing me on. So enjoy yourself with this tutorial. It's going to be a long one, so get a big cup of coffee, I think, for this one, guys. So let's get started. Okay, so just find yourself a really big kind of layer. So if you are building this underwater, it'll be 7 underneath. So the first layer is stupidly easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it. That's layer 1. So we'll get on to the next layer. Okay, guys, so we're now on layer number 2. Hopefully you don't have any troubles with this first layer. If you did, you're going to be in real trouble for the next parts. So all you're going to do for this is just come forwards by 1, then go onto the side and go back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're just going to cover up these 3 blocks here, just like this. And that's layer 2, so we'll get on to the next one, which is going to be a bit longer. Okay guys, so we're on to layer number 3, so we're doing pretty well so far. What you're going to do is place a block on top of this one you've got here and go onto the side. So you're kind of starting to create this cross pattern, which is at the front. Then go out to the side, and you're going to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I do on one side, you do on the other, otherwise it'll probably double the tutorial size. Then at the back, you can have this 3 by 3 square, just like this. I might as well actually do this side because it's just easy. So that's what you have here. Then you're going to add 6 by 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then after your 1, what you're going to do is you're going to go 3 wide, like this. And then this is going to go back by 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to fill this in solid. So just make sure you come out on the other side as well, on the same side. I'll just do the outline for this now. So this is now going to be 5 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go back by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill this in solid. I'm just going to do the outline. Then you're going to go out again and do 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to go out again and do 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to go out again. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wide in total on the bottom. This is going to go back by 77 blocks. So I'm not going to count these. I'll just kind of skip to it when I've got this layer done. So okay, so once you've done your big long 77 and filled that in, what you're going to do is just come in, do a 1. So you're going to come in by 1, and then again, and then again, again, and again until you just get down to 1. So you're just going to do this for the end. It's a really, really simple end, but it does get more complicated as you go up. So that is layer number 3. Hopefully you guys haven't got stuck so far, so just fill in these parts and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so we're now on layer number 4. So we're just going to place a block here, so we're going to make this kind of cross now. Then we're going to go out and do 3. 1, 2, 3, so it's just on the inside of this part. Then on here, what we're going to do is go 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do the same on the other side. Then you're going to come in and do 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then all you're going to do is just outline all of this part on both sides. I'll show you guys where to stop, so keep on outlining all the way down this really, really big part. And then if you guys stop just here, so you've got this, you've got the really long stretch of 77. So just stop there, and we'll get into this back part next. Okay guys, once you've brought both of those 2 bits back, what you're going to do is on this part you're going to add 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then on the back part of this, you're going to do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it just comes out by 1. And another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then a 3, 1, 2, 3, so it's in line with these 2. Then another 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, and a 3. Just like that. I'll do the same on the other side because it can be a little bit tricky. So adding 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to have a couple more 3s to just finish it up. Just like that. So now we're just going to set up for the propellers themselves, and that'll finish off layer number 4. Okay guys, so we're now on layer number 5, so all you're going to do is just come across here and do 2. And on top of this one you've got another 2, just like this. So we're just kind of trying to round off this part now, and it will join into the body quite nicely as well. We've got a 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so it just comes into here. Then all you're going to do is just outline as we did before and go back to that really long layer that we've got of 77. Just stop there and I'll get back to you guys. Then when you've done that on both sides, just come to the back here. I'm just going to go here and go 2. Then connecting onto this one here, this is going to be a 3, 1, 2, 3. Then another 3, so these 2 connecting, coming forwards. Then connecting onto this part, 1, 2, 3. You're going to go 16 in total with the iron blocks. This is setting up for the propellers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So do the same on the other side, so come forwards by 2. Then connecting onto 1, you're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. Then connecting onto 2, you're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. Then connecting onto the back of this, you've got 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so those are your kind of your shafts for the propellers themselves. Then on the back of this part, you're going to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just start over this hole here. Then a 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a 3, 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 3. You got this 3 here, so that finishes off that section there. We'll just do the rudders now. So just add 2 blocks of gold onto each of these. And then for the propellers themselves, what you're going to do is just come out diagonally twice. These are going to be quite big propellers, so this. So this design isn't my own, this is kind of what I've learned from Jag Thunder's tutorials. So I'm not kind of claiming these parts as my own at all. They are kind of like his design, which I've borrowed, just because they're kind of the simplest way to do them anyway. Just do this, going out on all of them. So then you have those. So what I'm going to do is leave 1 block gap. If you're red, then come here and go 3. And underneath this, do 3 and then a 2, just like that. Same again, leave 1 block gap and go 3, 1, 2, 3, another 3, and a 2 on the bottom. And we're just going to do these kind of parts that connect in. So just leaving 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're on the 5th block. Place a block on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this block here. And there's going to be 1 on the bottom here. And that finishes off layer 5, and we've started doing the kind of propellers themselves, so let's go on to the next one. Alright guys, so we're now on layer number 6, you're doing really well so far, so we're still on the red layer. So you're just going to come to the front and come in by 1, just covering up that gap. Then you have 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to come out and do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just close out the gap. You're now going to just basically outline all of this part. So I'll just show you guys kind of what I mean. Again, same as the last layers. Just like this. And then when you get to this long layer here, actually I'll just get back to you guys when I get to the long layer. Okay, so once you've got onto the long layer, what you're going to do is just cut off 2 of these, so you've got these 2 showing here. Okay, so after you've done that run and cut off 2 of these, you're just going to go 3, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are just going to come in either on top of the layer, or they're going to be, you know, right next to it. And we've got a 3, so you're going to cover up this gap here, so I'll just go up and come forwards by 1. You've got another 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're just going to have a 2 here, which just goes straight over the top here. So just covers up that 1 iron block there. And another 2, and a 3, and a 3. Just like that. So I'll do the same on the other side. So I've already brought back the other layer. So you're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 3 coming on the back. 1, 2, 3. Another 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2, which just brings it in line with this one. They've got a 2, and then another 3. Just like that, so that finishes off layer number 6. Let's get on to number 7. You're doing really well, guys. Okay, so we're still on layer number 6. I completely forgot about this bit. All you're going to do is just come across the back of these parts. So you're just going to create on this part that joins in. And then all you're going to do is add an extra layer to these parts as well. Just like that, and now we'll get onto layer number 7. Okay guys, so we're now on layer number 7. So what you're going to do is come around to the front, go in by 1 block, then you have a block on each of these 2 sides like this, then go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these are just going to go straight on top, pretty much all the way down. I'll show you guys what to do with the long run. It just goes over by 2 blocks, but I'll show you guys anyway. Okay, so once you've done the long part, what you're going to do is just come over and add 2 blocks on like this, so you've got this 2 block overhanging. Then you're going to go 5 on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a 3, 1, 2, 3, and a 2. So join it on the back here, 2, like that, 2. And another 2, and a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should just join onto this part. You can just build this one up again. Then I have another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and then a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll do the same on the other side, and I'll do this part again because it can be a bit tricky. Okay, so once you've got this overhanging by 2, then you're going to go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 1, 2, 3, then a 2, 1, 2, and a 2, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which should just connect into this part. Build this one up again. And it's going to have a 5, which will just fit into here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get this kind of straight part. So that's what that looks like. I'll just give you guys an overhead kind of shot. And then all we have to do is come back to the kind of rudders here. Just build this up by 1 more again. And then you're going to add a block on kind of like each side of it. just like this. So you're going to just add a block around the sides of it. So you're going to add 3 on the side, 1 on the back, 3 on the side, and 1 on the front, just like that. And we're done with layer number 7, so let's get on to number 8. Okay guys, so we're on layer number 8 now. So if you're doing the same as me, this is the last red layer, and it's also this layer here, so it's the one that's actually visible out of the water. So what you're going to do is just go to the front again, you're just going to place 3 blocks like this. So you've just got ones just on each of these parts, and they just build up like that. So they're straight on top. And they're going to come out to the side. Now you're going to outline exactly the same as we've been doing before. So just coming out again, and this will go all the way back. And I'll show you guys what to do with the long layer. Okay, so once you've done the really long run, what you're going to do is just cut these off by 3. So you're going to take 3 blocks of each side, and then you're going to go in on this part, and you're going to go 26 in total. So counting this block: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Just like that. We'll do the same on the other side, so you're going to count in. So I've already taken these 3 off here. It's going to be 3 laying on top of here. It's going to be 26 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Just like that. And then you can just join these 2 together if you like. And then all you're going to do is just going to come in again. So you're going to come in by 1 block. So you're going to shorten this by this kind of run. This is adding onto it, and then you're going to just do that 1 more time, and it should be 13 in total, this last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should come just over this part here. Now all you're going to do to finish this off is, where you've got these kind of gaps here, all you're going to do is just bring all of these parts all the way back and cover up everything pretty much. So I'll just finish that off, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so that's what you should have when you're done. So you should just cover up all these gaps. There is a little bit here which there is a block kind of on this part here. If I just cut it out, we've got this connecting piece. All I did is just cover it up all the way to this hole here, basically. So you can do the same if you want. It's up to you guys. I mean, the only thing is you'll just have that bit instead. But that finishes off layer number 8. So we're now onto the black wool. So we're nearly there, guys. Okay guys, so we're now on layer number 9. This one's really easy as well. What you're going to do is basically lay a black piece of wool just on the layer as you did before. And it's just going to go all the way back, all again. And what I'll do is I'll catch up to you guys once you've done this long layer, then I'll show you how to do the back part. It's just a little bit different. Okay, so once you've done, kind of just put those layers on top, you're just going to come into this part. And it's just going to outline this part here, if I can actually get the blocks to place down, just like this. And it's just going to go over by 1, just like that. And same on the back, you're just going to go over by 1, so you'll be 15 wide on total on the back. So it just comes over by 1 block on both of these parts, so you get this kind of thing here. Just going out a little bit. This is just helping to kind of flatten out the back a bit for the helipad itself. And that is it for layer number 9. Really, really easy one. So we're now onto either light grey wool, or onto iron blocks, and I'm going to do it in iron. It also stands out a little bit better as well. There are side bits as well, like these parts, which I've done in light grey wool. If you're doing the whole thing out of light grey wool, then you can probably use, something like grey wool or something else, even stone or something like that will fit pretty nicely. So let's get to the next layer. Okay guys, so we're now on to layer number 11, so you're in your iron blocks or light grey wool, so you're going to come to the front and come forwards by 1, just like this. And you've got another 1 in these gaps. So I'll do the same on the other side for this kind of small first part. Then you've got a 2, just comes over here. Then all this is going to do is this is just going to lay exactly on top, all the way around on the black layer. So it's pretty easy, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so hopefully you got on with layer number 10 pretty easily. So let's get on to number 11. So it's going to come forwards by 1 on here, then do a 2. Then you have 1. Then you're going to be 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just laying straight on top. Do the same on the other side as well. Then you have a 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 1 short. Then another 5. So this is going to overhang by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to have a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the rest of these are just going to go straight on top again. So do that all the way around, and I'll show you how to kind of finish off the back part. Okay, so you should have just outlined the entire ship. There's only one difference at the end, and all you're going to do is just add in a block here. and that's it. There's just 2 extra blocks on the end. That just makes this bit square, so that it sets up for the next part when it goes out again. So let's get on to the next layer, guys. You're doing really, really well. Okay, guys, so we're now on layer number 12. So just come around to the front, just going to place a block directly on the last layer, the same as the last layer, and we're going to go 1. Then you got a 2, so it overhangs by 1. Then a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you've got 2 5s, 1, 2, 3, so this overhangs by 2 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then all you're going to do is just have a 4 in here, and then this is going to outline again. And just go up to the this really long layer, just outline that one on both sides. I'll get back to you guys for the back. Okay, so once you've got both those parts on the back, what you're going to do is just outline this bit again. There's just a slight difference right on the end. Just here. So when you get to this point here, so you're going to be 1 short of this block, so you're not going to go to outline this one. And you're just going to place a block on top of this. And then just going to come out at the back. And this is going to come out and outline as well. So same again, just like this. And then bring this all the way back. Just like that. So that's what you should have at the end. It's pretty simple. And that just finishes off layer number 12, so we'll get on to 13. Okay guys, so you're now on layer number 13, so you're just going to come to the front and come forwards by 1 block. Then go out by 1 again. You've got a 2, so it should just overhang by 1. I'll just do the same on the other side as well. So you got a 1, 2. And then you've got 2 sets of 4s, so this should just overhang by 1. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. This one overhang by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you got 3 sets of 5, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now all this does now is just overhangs. Do the same with the really long layer, and I'll get to the back part because it's just a little bit different. It's just a couple of blocks. Okay, so then on the back you're just going to lay these ones on the top again. And the only difference is going to be when you come right to the back. Instead of these just being laid straight on top, you're just going to come over by 1. Just like we did on this layer here. We had these 2 side parts here. You're just going to create the same pattern. And it's just going to lay straight on the top. And it just comes over by 1. So it just creates that pattern instead. So do that on both sides and you'll be done with layer number 13. Okay guys, so we're now on to layer number 14. So this one's pretty easy as well. We're starting to get there now. So this one's just going to lay on top. So you've got just 1 block on top of this one, 1 block on top of this one, then 2. So it's just laying straight on top, just like that. Then you've got a 3, 1, 2, 3. Then this one's going to come over and it's going to be a 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just overhanging by 1. You're creating this step pattern that you can see is kind of starting to work its way through. That's just a round off the front like this. So you got that 4, and you got a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then these ones lay exactly the same on top of the last layer, even at the back, so it's exactly the same. The only different part is this tiny little bit at the front, where we're creating these step patterns to kind of smooth in the front. So that's pretty much it for layer number 14. Okay guys, so we're now on to layer number 15, which is actually where the deck is going to lie. So this is just the outline of the bit, and then you're just going to fill this in pretty much solid. There is a little bit at the front, but if you just fill it in solid for now, I'll just show you guys where to do that now. So what you're going to do is just come to the front, you're going to come forwards by 1 block again. Then you've got a 2, another 2, so it's just going to sit on top. And all of these ones are going to sit on top of the last layer. So there's only this tiny little bit of difference at the front, which is coming out just those parts there. So fill all of this part in. So just go on the top of all of these layers, they're exactly the same. And you're just going to get, what I used for it was grey wool. And just fill this entire deck all the way down. I'll show you where to do kind of cut out for these markings here. And there's also markings on the kind of helicopter pad as well. So get to that guys, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so once you've filled in the entire deck, we're just going to set up for this kind of windshield part at the front. So when you're going to find your last set of 5 here, so you've got this 6 here, and then this 5 you're going to build up straight on top. This is going to go pretty much on the top of the last layer, just like this. And there's only one difference at the front, it's just going to come out by 1 block, so you've got a 2 on the front. So I'm just going to fill up these parts here, just like this. And this will go back. So it's just on that 5, and then once you've done that, just add an extra block onto the back of the last 5, so it makes it 6 in total. This is just so that the iron bars themselves can wrap around and connect in. So it just connects into this part here. You're then going to go diagonal by 2. So do this on each side, and come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. And then put a stone slab on the top of each of these, just like this. So it's just going to cross there, and then fill this deck in here with grey wool. You can, if you want to, cut out this part and you get an extra block for the kind of lower decks. I think on mine I've just left it in because I'm not too worried, because there's so much kind of space underneath the deck itself. So fill this in and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, and then what I did on the front as well, I just put down weighted pressure plates all on the front of these parts. This bit's up to you, because the weighted pressure plates are the same kind of texture as iron for me. It just adds a little bit more depth. But it's really up to you if you want to either use these, or if you want to use pressure plates, or if you just want to leave it blank. So now we're going to set off for the kind of yellow and red that goes around the gun itself. So just come into this block here. I'm just going to cut out and put in a black piece of wool, then yellow, then black, then yellow, then black, then yellow. So you've got 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've just got 1 block gap here. Then I'm going to go diagonally, just going to alternate. So you've got 2 diagonals, and you've got 5 coming across this part here. So you've got black, yellow, and black. And then just continue this around, so you're going to have a yellow again, and black. And we'll just continue the pattern exactly the same as we did before on the other side. So that just kind of creates that circular part there for the kind of patterns on the deck. And we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so we might as well build the gun itself as well. So if you come to the middle part of this, you're just going to count back, or count forwards 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a 3 block gap. And you're going to have some stairs that are just wrapping around. It's going to be 4 long in total. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And they wrap around. It's 3 wide in total. This is just the base of the gun itself. So just like that. So it's 4 by 3. So you've got 4 there. So there's 3 blocks here. There should be 3 blocks at the front as well. Yeah, 3 blocks. And 3 blocks, so it's directly in the middle of this part. Then get your iron blocks or light grey wool. It's going to go straight over the top and build a 4 by 3 box. Same again on the next layer. And on this part here, you're just going to cut out here, place in a black block, and just the middle 2 are now going to be completely iron. There's going to be 1 right at the back. These 2 are going to have slabs on them, just to kind of curve it out a little bit. And then this one here, you're going to cut out and put a piece of black wool, and then come forwards by about 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So it just goes straight over that part. And then all I did to finish this off is just put down some pressure plates on these, just to finish it off. So that's how you build the kind of front gun. And we'll now get onto the kind of missile bit itself. Okay, then setting up for the missile part itself, you're going to leave a 2 block gap from the middle section here. So you've got these 2 block gap. And it's going to be 9 wide in total. So you're going to add an extra 4 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the other side 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go back by 5, including this one. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And come out by 1. It's going to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this just curls around the back. So we'll do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is going to be a 6. Just like that. And then fill this part in with light grey wool is what I used. If you are making the actual ship out of light grey wool itself, then you can use, something like either stone, or you can use like white wool or something else. It's pretty easy. Or you can just use the grey again. I just use light grey wool because it stands out a little bit better. Just changes it up a little bit. So you can always use the grey wool. And then all you're going to do is just build this up by 2 extra. So it's going to be a height of 3 in total. So there's 3 there. This just goes around. It just goes over by 1 block on the back part. So there is going to be a way to kind of get to these parts. So that's all you're going to do. You're just going to leave this part open. And then all I did is I just cut out a couple of holes. So if you come to the front, there's going to be 6 of these holes in total. Just like this. And I cut them all the way through into the deck below. Just so that if I do kind of like a chamber for all of these, then they'll be there. And then I just put cobblestone over the top of these. Cobblestone slab, that is. just to kind of cover them up. It gives them a bit more depth as well. So there's 6 on the front like that. And it's going to come in again, so you've got a 1 block gap here. And this time there'll be 8. Just like this. And then covering these up again. Just like that. And then what I did on these parts, I just put on pressure plates just on the top of this part again. Just because it kind of finishes it off a bit. But it's up to you guys if you want to do that. So there we go. So we got the kind of front section is starting to take shape. We're now going to go right to the back and do the hanger markings. Okay, so coming to the back, what you're going to do is, where you've got this kind of stretch here, this is actually the hanger, not hanger, the flight deck itself. When it comes in, it goes into the main body. So I'm just going to lay a block on top of this kind of long section here. I'm going to go 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're just going to have yellow, black, and this is just going to be the pattern for the kind of inside part of the hanger itself. So you just get that, and we'll just work on these white markings here. For the time being as well, what we can do is you can get iron bars out, and I just put these across the side of these, just on the side of these blocks here. It goes all the way around. I just put 1 in there, and then this goes around along the back connecting in. So do that as well. And then what you can also do is put your pressure plates down. This part is up to you. I just put it on the outside. It just raises it up like by a tiny fraction. So again, it is up to you, this part. Okay, then find the middle of the kind of stripy bit. So there should be a yellow block, and you're going to go back by 16 with white. So counting this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So just going to put white wool on here. And then on each of these sides, they're just going to connect into the sides of the deck itself. Just like this. Really, really simple. Just like that. And then we're just going to make a circle on this part. So these are a 3. So they're going to come out here. So you've got 3 blocks going across here, and then you've got your white diagonal. And they're going to go 3. Then a 1. Then a 3. Then a 1, then a 3, and then a 1. So that creates your circle there, just like that. Then counting back from this part here, you're going to count back 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, then come out by 1 to the side, and you're going to place a block, and it's going to be 5 diagonal, 4 and 5, just like that. So you've got 1, 2, 3, then come over to the side here, it's going to be 5 diagonal, just like that. So that completes that little bit there. And then on the second one of these here, what you're going to do is you're going to come over, and this is just going to connect into the deck itself. Same on the other side. So the second one of these towards the back, it's going to leave 1 block gap. Don't do what I did and take out a block. And then this is just going to connect into the side, just like this. Then there's going to be a 4 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to do the same with the white wool. Just do 5 diagonals. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you've got 4 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's on the 5th one. So you've got 4 blocks here, and 5 diagonal, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that just finishes off the kind of actual deck, the heli deck itself. So now we're just going to start building up this really big section. Okay guys, so there's just a couple extra bits on the back, so you're just going to count on this bit 1, 2, 3, and that's on the 4th. You're just going to cut out a 2x2 square. I put in my light grey wool. If you've done the entire thing out of light grey, then you can use stone or just grey wool if you wanted to. It's up to you, whatever you want. Just a lighter colour than this one. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and it's on the 4th. Just cut out a square. These bits are just kind of small trim parts that are kind of they kind of show up on the actual ship itself. So I thought I might as well put them in to try and be as accurate as possible. So let's get on to the next section. Okay, so we're just going to set up for the actual main wall that goes all the way from the front to the back. So what you're going to do is, where you've got this kind of missile platform type thing, you're going to count back off these blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, you're going to place another block. So you've got these 4 here. This goes all the way straight across. And then what you're going to do is you're going to connect these in with the back pieces, and it's going to be 2 high in total. So all of this part here is 2 high. And all you're going to do is just bring it all the way back until you get to that part, and then go too high on those as well. Okay, so once you've done kind of built that up by 2, what you're going to do is just come around the front part and just put in your iron bars. And what I did is I switched out the kind of connecting parts with a block of iron just so that it connects in a little bit better. So it's up to you if you want to do it. I usually just do this on most of my builds, and it should just cook in the back part here. So do it on the same do it the same on the other side as well, just like this. This part is pretty easy, just like that. And then all you need to do is just, well, if you want to, that is, you can just switch out these ones, just like this, and that finishes off the entire front section. This part here, we've done that now, so we're going to get on to the next part. So now come on to the main body again. We'll build it up again. Each of the corners is just going to be a height of 2, so you're going to go on each side. So this is going to go all the way back again. Bring this all the way back, building up by 1 more. And right on the corner, again, what you're going to do is you're just going to leave 1 block. So you're going to have this built up. This will be all the way straight back. And you're just going to have these corners. So I'll get back to you guys just to double check that you've got that right. Okay, so this is what you should have. On each of these corners, you should just have a kind of block knocked out of it. Just like that, and it should be 3 high so far. So what we're going to do for the next layer is going to come on the inside this time. So it's just going to come all the way in. And this is just going to go all the way around as well. So it's pretty easy. So I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so that's what you should have. It should just be on the inside, and then when you get to the hangers themselves, it doesn't come across just yet. So you should just have it on either side of the hangers, just the hanger kind of piece here. So we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so we're at the back now. So just put on another layer on top of these 5 here. Just like that, so we're still building up this part. Okay, then counting this block, we're going to go back by 21 on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Do the same on the other side. Okay, and then come on the inside of these 2. So just going to come here. It's going to be a diagonal, this is going to be 3. Just like that. Same on the other side. It's going to be 3. And you're also going to put 3 blocks on the bottom. So I put my deck for this part down here. But I'll get onto that after I've kind of shaped around it, so you don't have to put in just a huge deck forwards. But if you want to, what you can do now, if you want to do the entire deck for everything, is you can just go from this point here all the way to the front, just on the inside, and create a deck there. But I'll show you kind of how to do it this way as well. You know, I'll tell you where to do it on this, but so you've just got the outside if you want that. I think on my build itself, let's cut for the wall. Yeah, I have only put a deck around on the outside parts, but it's up to you on what you want to do now or if you want to do it later. So we'll get on to the next part. And what you're going to do is come here and go 9, so 1. So it's going to be diagonal off these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be 2 high again. Just like that, and we'll build on to the next part. And then just come across here, pulling these blocks back, just like that. And then you're going to build this section up here just by 1 higher, and leave a block there. So leave a block on the end part. This is just to kind of give it a bit more of a slope, kind of gradual slope, and then 3 on here. So that does that part. And then coming on the back part here, what you're going to do is just lay blocks on top again, building up to a height of 3 from here. And again, we're leaving that block in here. And this time, this one goes all the way across the gap, and then leave a block here, and then join this bit right into the back part. Just like that. Okay, so just for these kind of side trim kind of bits here, what you can do is, if you want to put these in, again, if you're using light grey wool, then you can use stone or something else, same as what you've done on the back. And you're going to count 2 blocks, and on the 3rd block you're going to switch them in for light grey wool, and it's going to be 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that. And it's going to go down again. Just like this, and it goes down by 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just cut all these bits out. just like this. Switch them out for your light grey wool, and we'll just do the other side as well while we're at it. So on here, count back 2, and it's the third block. So you're 1 from the top here, and it's going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's 5 in total, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's cut that out and fill it in. Okay, so once you've done those 2 side bits, come to the back here, and on top of this one, you're going to go near the end, you're just going to do like a square of 4 like this, and build that up 1 more, and then put stone slabs on the top of it, just like this. Same on the other side, so put 2 on these parts, not on right on the edge, just like this. Build it up to 2 high in total, put your slabs on it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring this all the way across and just join these 2, and it's the same on this part as well. So you've got these 2 parts like that, which kind of slightly raised from the deck, and we'll put the deck in after we've just set up for these, the kind of stack here, and also this big radar dish type thing. Okay, so then come to the inside of this 3 you've got here. You're going to come in, it's going to come across like this, then you're going to go back by 10, counting this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're just going to create in this side part, just like that. Build it up to a height of 2 in total, just like this. And then put grey wool on the top part here, and then around the outside what you're going to do is just put stone slabs down, just like this, just like that, and we'll do the same on the other side. So come into this 3 here, and you're going to go across by 3. This is going to be 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Comes across, this bit comes back, build it up by 2. Just like that. Fill in the kind of top part with grey wool, and then get your stone slabs and just go around the outside part of this, just like that. Okay, coming to the inside of this part, what we're going to do is set up for this antenna thing here. So coming on the inside, you're just going to come across, straight across, just like this, and then go back by 9 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it should just be 1 past. You're going to put in a block here as well to cover up that gap. And this is 2 high in total. So you do that now, just build it up. Same on the other side, so we'll bring this back by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 1 past. Put in a block to fill up that part, and then just build this up. Just don't put an extra block on this one. There will be a block in behind here as well, so you put those in. So you get that. It's just trying to create a smooth slope going up again. Okay, so come across the front, and you're just going to build this one up again by 1 more layer. Just this part here. And then you're going to go back 5 in total from this block, so counting this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring this one across here. There is going to be a deck in here, which is just these 4 blocks here, so you can bring that across on this level, just like that. Then what you're going to do is do kind of what we've been doing before, and we're just going to leave a kind of a block on each corner missing, just like that. And then you can fill this in as well with grey wool. It's just creating the platform for that antenna to go onto. So that's what we have for that part. Okay guys, now we're going to just build this deck on this part here, so it's just on the top of it. So what you're going to do is come, where you got this 3 here, just come all the way across, just like that. So it's on the same level as this block of iron here, and this one's slightly raised. So just fill in all of this section, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, once you've got that kind of deck in, what we're going to do is we're just going to build the hangar door itself. So if you want to open like I've got on mine, what you can do is put in cobblestone slabs they use just to change it up, and I've just got 4 stone slabs behind it, just like this. The reason I'm using slabs is it just gives you a little bit extra height to work with on the inside. It makes it look a little bit bigger, just like that. And I'll just show you guys how to do another way as well. Okay, so the other way you can do it is you can have the door closed itself, so you can either have it on these parts here, where you've got cobblestone blocks or whatever you want to use as your dark piece, and then stone kind of double slabs. You can have these coming up like this. So that's one way of doing it closed. So you can have it that way, or what you can do is, instead of having it going with the actual fold itself, you can knock it back to here. Just like that. And another thing you can do with this is you can also get your buttons out, and you can maybe put them across the middle section or put them on random bits. It's kind of up to you what you want to do with this kind of back piece. If you want to actually have it as a door, I'm going to have mine open like I do on my other one. So let's get on to the next section anyway. Okay, so we're just going to build this antenna part here. So if you find the middle, so if you're having trouble finding the middle, you've got this white line which should be directly in the middle. So here, then leave 2 of these grey blocks, and it'll be the third one. Go up by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is cobblestone wall I'm using. And then go up by 6 in total with nether brick fence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that just finishes off that kind of back antenna. So we're going to get onto the smokestack now. Okay, so setting up for the smokestack. From the back of this, if you count back by 3 blocks, so you've got 1, 2, and 3. Then here you're going to go 5 wide in total. So you've got 2 on each side. This will be 4 high, so count this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's build this up, just like this. It's going to go back by 3, counting this one as well, so 1, 2, 3. Build it up again. Just like that. And then we're going to go out by 3, coming back still, so it goes a bit wider. This will be 3, just like this. So it's going to go out by 1. Just like this. It's also 4 high, like that. And then behind these parts, what we're going to do is just going to come behind here. I'm just going to build this up by 2, and this will be 4 high in total as well. Just like that. Same on the other side. So it's going around here. Let's put in 2 blocks, making it 4 high, like that. And you can fill in the rest of this tiny little bit of deck that we've got to do here. And same on the other side here. Just like that. Okay, so this bit can be quite complicated, which is why I'm trying to do it layer by layer and try and make it all merge in together. So if you come on the back of, you've got these 2 here, this is going to go 7 in total, counting this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it comes on top of that part, and then goes out again, so it just joins into this back part here. Same on the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is on top of that block we placed. Just like that. You can, if you want to, of course, you can bring the walls down. I actually just left it open so I've got as much room as I kind of want. If I wanted to put a floor in here, then I've got extra bits that I can put stuff on. So we'll get to the next bit. Okay, so then this just comes straight across the back, like this. Just like that, really easy. Okay, so the back part again, it's going to curve in, so we're going to leave this block. And then we're going to go 5 in total on this part, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it leaves this block, and this one comes all the way over. And you've got another 5, just like that. So we're doing the same kind of pattern that I've been doing to try and make it look like it's bending inwards. So we've got that for now. Okay, then on this part what we're going to do again, you're going to come in, and it's just going to be a box going around the inside of this one, just like this. It's going to be 3 high in total, just like that. So build that up to 3 high, and I'll get back to you guys for the next part. Okay, then on the smokestack part itself, what you're going to do is, this is just going to be a floor here, so put in your grey wool, and we can just build on top of these parts for the actual smokestack itself, just like this. Then get your stone slabs out, and I'm just going to go on the sides of these parts, just going wrapping around it. It just gives it a little bit more depth, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that or not. And we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so we'll just build up the last part of this, where they got the radar dish on. So it's just going to come in again with the corners missing. Just like this, it's just one last time. And then put in your grey floor. Like this. And now all we need to do is build the actual smokestack itself, the actual radar dish, and also an antenna. Okay, for the smokestack itself, what you're going to do is you're going to build off these parts with black wool. There's going to be another 3 on this side, 3 on here. So you're just making a 3 by 3, kind of 3 sides of a circle, so it's 5 diameter circle in total. I'm actually going to switch to quartz blocks because it'll be easier, but if you guys use black wool, so here we go. So this is what you have with quartz blocks. All of this is going to be built up to a height of 2 in total, like this. And then leave this one, and these are going to be a height of 3 in total, like that. Just like this. So you've got those two, you've got 2 parts here, and you've got 3 here. This goes all the way over here. You're just going to fill in the inside part. It's coming in. I just left out, I think, a hole over here. Or if you want to, you can have 2 holes. It's up to you guys what you want to do with this, or you can cover it up completely. But I'll show you guys what it looks in the black. So that's what it looks like in the black, which is why I did it in white, because it just looks, you can hardly see it. That's why I actually put the hole there for this one. So I'll show you guys what I did on the actual build itself. All I did is I put in the hole here. And what you can do if you want to make it look like it's actually got smoke coming out of it, is use cobwebs and go up and then start snaking them back. So that's one way to kind of make smoke. That's a pretty bad way of doing it, but you know, you can mess around with it and make it kind of quite big and get bigger. But it's up to you if you want to put that in or not. I usually don't on my builds because I've got all of my ships docked, so it looks a bit strange. So we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so we're going to build up this antenna now. So it is going to be made out of black wool. But again, like the smokestack, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it for the quartz block because it's very bright and it's also very clear. So make these ones black. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a 3x3 square right in the middle. This will be 3 high in total. So just build this all the way up. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make a cross pattern like this, and this is going to be 3 high as well. So that's what you're going to have for now. And then with stone slabs I used on this, I came onto the bottom part of this block itself and came up by 2 on each side, just like this. Then with never brick fence on the sides, I put up 2, just on these parts, like this. And then on this part, I added 7 cobblestone walls, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 7 never brick fence on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Like that. So back to the cobblestone wall part of it, you're going to leave 1 cobblestone wall untouched, then come down. This will come up by 2 in total. Same on the other side. This comes out by 2. Come down again with a block, then come there. So you got a block in between. This will go up by 3. Like this. It goes out one wider. And I put stone slabs on the top of the kind of the top 2. You could do it on these as well if you wanted to. But on my version, I've just done these 2 here. Okay, then onto the nether brick fence part, you're going to leave 1 and then come out here and you're going to go out by 3 in total. So 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side. 1, 1, 2, 3. Then leave 1 and just come out by 1 to finish off this part. So just like that. So that finishes off the tower itself. I'll show you guys what it should look like in the black. So that's what it looks like in black. So as you can see, there's not enough definition, I think, for you guys. I think it's a lot easier and better to use the quartz for these kind of parts just because it shows it off for you guys a lot better. So now let's get onto this kind of radar type thing. Okay, so just to start off the back part, what we're going to do is we're going to replace some of these blocks with black pieces of wool. So if you grab your quartz block, you're going to go down by 2. Not your quartz block. If you grab your black wool, I'll do it in quartz because it's easier. You're going to have going back down by 2. Then all of this part here is going to be filled in with black wool instead. Just like this. So you should have that in black wool. I'll show you guys what it looks like in the black wool. So that's what it looks like in the black wool. These parts are actually on the Type 42 itself, the same as Type 45, sorry, not 42. And they're on the back of this part as well, so I'll show you guys how to do that when we get around to it. So let's build this radar dish. Okay, so building up the actual kind of radar-y satellite type bit. This will be in black wool again, but I'll use quartz. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a 3x3 square right in the middle, so it should be 2 kind of grey pieces of wool on each side. Then you're going to do a cross pattern, like this. There's going to be 2 on the top, which are going to be facing forwards. And then just put your fences on pretty much all of it. I just kind of fence this up absolutely loads, and including on the top like that. Now we'll just build up this part now. Okay, so this is also in black, if you're doing it exactly the same. So just place a block on the front here, then add 4 to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that on the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add a layer on the top here. So I'll just connect into that fence you put down there, and you're going to add a layer on the bottom. And then all I did is I just put a crazy amount of iron bars going across this part, just like this, just like that, and that finishes off pretty much this back section. So well done, guys. You can also, if you wanted to, just to make sure that you finish this off and it's all the same layer, just put in your floor here if you haven't already done so. So you've kind of got, when you're actually walking on it, you have got this block here, and you can build that up to here. This is what I'm going to do for the time being. But pretty much you should be able to get an entire deck going all the way to the front, which is what I'm going to do now, and I'll get on to the next bit for you guys. Okay guys, so we're going to build these side guns. These are the kind of automatic firing, you know, machine gun, not machine guns, what they call like chain guns, those kind of things. Really, really cool. So I've got a couple of ways of doing this. This is just one way of doing it. I'll show you guys another one, so you can pick and choose which way you want to actually do it. So let's get on to this part. So what you're going to do is, from this back piece, you're going to leave one block here. I'm going to come in on each side here like this. I'm going to come out and go across by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same, and then this will be 5 at the back. Just like this. And you can change this out for grey wool now. Just like that. I just put cobblestone slabs on the back, like this. Do the same on the other side as well. We'll just build the platforms first. So leaving a block here. So you've got one block gap here. Then you're going to put a block on each side of this. Come forwards, go across by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got this 3 across. Just like this, fill in on the floor. Take out 3 of them. Put in a cobblestone slab. Okay, so way 1 of doing these kind of guns. Just build a platform of 3 by 3 like this. Then what we're going to do is create a cross pattern. Build this up again. I'm going to cut out this block here. You're just going to put 2 pieces of black wool like that. And then put your white wool on top. And then you can just put your weighted pressure plates around the sides of this if you wanted to. I'll just show you guys how to do the another style on the other one. Okay, so another way to do the Phalanx CIWS kind of close-in weapons system is use the same kind of base. So 3 by 3 square. Then you're going to almost create a cross, so you're going to miss out the front part. You're going to put a stone slab on that, put 2 on the back. Go up twice with wool, and then you can either use fence gate for this part, because it is quite a small gun, or you can use your stone slabs or black wool. It's up to you. I don't like this version as much. I just prefer the other one, even though the other one's a bit blockier. It kind of looks a bit more menacing. But it's up to you guys which ones you want to do for the Phalanx CIWS weapon system. And we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so I've just switched it to the kind of one I prefer. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're just going to put some striped wool. So come around the back part here, and in this corner here, you're going to put yellow. Then you have a black, yellow, black, yellow, black, just like this. So you're just putting in the stripes, these kind of warning type stripes. So you got the yellow in the corners, like this, this. You have your black in between these parts like this. So that just kind of finishes off those parts. So now we're getting on to this last section. So we are really nearly there. All we've got to do is do the last big kind of part here that has the bridge on it as well, and this big bit here, whatever it's called. So we're almost there, guys. Well done. Alright guys, just before we forget, we're going to put in the anchors themselves. They're really, really easy. If you come to the front and you find where your 3 is, so it's the 3, miss one block here and punch out one. You can punch out another as well if you wanted to actually have these going down. All I did for this is just put in iron bars. Count by 1, go down by another 2, so it's 3 in total. Going 1, 2, 3, and 1 on each side. And that's all I did for the anchors themselves, and I did the same on the other side. Let's come down by 1, punch a hole. Let's put in a couple of iron bars here so that they connect together, and when I do get to the interior part, I can actually make kind of a anchor chain room type thing. Come down by 3 and put 1 on each side. So the anchors themselves are really stupidly easy, and now we just need to get on to the main last bit. We are almost done. Okay, so we're just going to make the kind of rough outline of the shape on the bottom, then just build up. I think layer by layer is going to be easier for this. So you're going to leave 1 block from where you've built this side gun part here, and come in, then leave 3 blocks, and then come in here. So I'll just try and make that a bit more clear for you guys. If I just grab a slab. So you're going to have a 1 block gap between like this part and this part. There's 3 blocks where you can actually walk across the side on these, and then just bring this across the back. You got a 3 block gap again. It's just a walk around, so this will go all the way to the front. You got 23 blocks counting going forwards, counting this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then come across with 3 blocks. Same on the other side. Let's bring this down. I'm not going to count these, I'm just going to get it in line with this one. Just like this, then 3 across here. So that's that layer. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so what you're also going to do is, where you've got these 3 going across here, this is where your door's going to be, and I just put a pillar going in front of this one, which supports this part here. So you can actually build, do you want to do it on the same side first? Yeah, so you can do this. So this is where I have my door going into this kind of deck here, on each side. Now what we can do is, you're just going to build up this part here. It's going all the way around, pretty much exactly the same. There's just 2 parts on the front where we're just going to leave a block. So here, it's going to leave a block at the front, so that it's kind of bending inwards a bit better as well. So it's kind of continues the shape that we've been doing before. So it's just the inside bit, don't do these outside walls. It's just for this section here, come across, like this. I just missed out a couple of bits, so then also build this pillar up as well. So that's what you get for the next layer. Okay, then come to this front part here, we're just going to build the bit that comes out to the sides. There's going to be 7 in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should be on the exact outside kind of layer. Then we're going to go 1, then coming across here, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it just comes over the top of that, and that's where we've got this supporting pillar here. So we'll do the same on the other side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come out diagonally by 1. You can have a 4 coming across, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it joins into that pillar and joins into the wall. This wall then it goes all the way back. And we're just going to miss a block on the corners, just like that. Just missing a block on the back corners, just like this. And bring this all the way up to here, just like this. And we'll just do the front part. Then coming around to the front, what we're going to do is go 1. So you got 1 here, then you have a 2. And there's going to be a long stretch going across the front here, but I can't remember how many blocks, so we'll just leave it there until we do the other side. So 1, and I had 2 on this side, and it comes out again. Just like this. This is just building for the, what's it called itself? This is just building up the kind of bottom layer here. We've got another one pretty much going on top of the next layer. So what you can also do on this layer itself, you can put in the floor. This is where all of your floor is going to go. So you can do that all the way going back here as well. Unless you kind of want a big room, this part to be kind of a big room, which is actually 2 floors, which I think on the interior of mine, I'm going to actually do that and have like some sort of big operations room in here, and have a smaller kind of room here, and you've got the bridge here. So let's get on to the next bit anyway. Okay, so once you kind of filled this part in, what you can do if you want to cover up these parts is put in slabs. Just stone slabs is what I used here. It's up to you if you want to do it. I didn't do it on my other build because you couldn't really see it from the outside. It's only when you're actually walking under here you can see these grey bits coming out. So I'll leave it on this one just because it's a bit different, and we'll get on to the next layer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to build on top of this part here, just the front part for now. This is just going to double up this. So we're going directly on top of the last layer. So like this. Just going onto this 4 here. And now we'll just set up the actual bridge itself onto this part. Okay, so come to the front, what we're going to do is just on these blocks, we're going to leave a 1 block gap. I'm just going to come in. So you've got this 1 block walk around here. And it's going to be 11 in total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it should just come into here. Okay, and I'm going to have a 2, and then a 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then this is just going to come in behind here, so it's going to be 3 in total, but it's going to kind of hook in behind that last layer, so we're still creating this kind of slope going up. So I'll do it on the same. I'll do the same on the other side. So we've got 2, Then we got 3, 3, and 1. Then you've got this that goes back by 3, and then this will just come all the way back. We just drag this one all the way back. And it does come over the last layer here, so it does come over this part. It's only sloping in on these sides, so not on the back, so you've got a straight back on this part. So that's that layer. Okay, so this layer is really, really easy as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your glass blocks, just come around, put glass on most of this front part. So you've got it on the 11, the 2, the 3, and just the 1. So it's just on those parts there. Now on this part I actually didn't have these blocks, so you can take those out. This is where I put in the doors for both of mine. I'm just going to use wooden door because I can't be bothered to put in. God damn rain. There you go. Because I can't be bothered to put in the iron doors themselves. So this is where I put in the doors. I just put a full block on top of these, just like this. Just right next to them. So this is starting to build the actual bridge itself. And then all you're going to do with these blocks here, you're just going to bring this back all the way, and it's going to go exactly on top of the last layer, just like this. So it's a pretty easy layer. What you can do on the side parts as well, what I did on this one, is I put down pressure plates. I pretty much put down pressure plates on everything, but some parts I'm not too happy about what it looks like. But it's up to you. This is probably a good place to put them down. If you just want to use a few, so just put your pressure plates on the outside of this. So pretty easy, just going around the railing. And now we're done with this layer, so we'll get on to the next one. Okay, so for the next layer, what we're going to do is we're just going to place iron blocks on top of all the glass. Just like this. Really easy. And we're just going to place an iron block over the doorway itself, like this. So just finishing off that part. Then counting this one, I'm going to go back by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just like that. Okay, and then off these 13 here, you're going to add 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Then come out again. And what we're going to create is this kind of weird U shape. So you're going to have 1 block here, come forward by 1. There's going to be 5 in total going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again, then you're going to have your 4. So that's what I mean by that kind of weird shape. I'll do the same on the other side and try and explain it a bit better. So adding 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then come in kind of in slightly. Then add a block. Then this will be 5 going backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a block on the end. Come out again. This will be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So this is actually building for these kind of side guns. There is actually a walkway kind of thing on the Type 45 somewhere down on this layer, but I couldn't fit it in when building it just because basically just ran out of space for the blocks. So I tried to get the most important parts. So you can just fill these bits in with the floor as well. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could actually just fill this entire thing in with floor, but leave the top of this part itself, because all we're going to do with this part anyway is just add these on. And it gives you an extra block so you can put in like glowstone and things like that for lighting on the roof. So you can build kind of the floor up to around here, I reckon, if you want to, which is what I'm going to do. It'll make it a little bit easier to set off all the blocks. We do need to do the back first before I do that. Sorry guys. Okay, the back is really easy. All we're going to do is just add a couple blocks, leave the corner part, and then come around. Sorry about completely forgetting that, guys. So there we go, just like that, and then just fill in all of this floor, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so once you've filled in the floor on that part, on these bits that jut out, all you're going to do is just attach them to the deck. So you're just going to come down on that last 5, in the middle of this one as well, come down, it'll just join in. Same again. So those are the kind of like the supports on the side, and we'll do the same on the other side as well. So it's right on the end, it'll just come out and it'll just join into the this kind of side part here. It's going to be in the middle, so there's 3 of them in total. Just like that, so that finishes off that layer and those kind of parts there. Okay, so we're just going to do this kind of back piece here. I think it's kind of another smokestack. I'll have to double check from the pictures. But what you're going to do is you're going to come to the back here and you're going to go 3. So just going to add 3 here. Then come in, go 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to do the same on the other side. So you've got 3, and then coming out, another 3. And this just joins across the back, so you're going to leave this part here. This is 4 high in total, and there's a couple bits we need to change, but just make it 4 high. So count on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just make that 4 high going all the way around. Okay, so then just fill this in with grey wool again, so you're just going to create a kind of deck platform type thing on this. And then the last 3 blocks, what you're going to do is just cut these out. And you can cut out another 3 as well. This just goes out by an extra 3 blocks, just juts out. So this, now you've got stone slabs underneath it. Then once you've filled in the floor here, you're going to place an extra block of iron here, and a stone slab underneath it. And then on this, you're going to place a cobblestone wall with white wall on top of it. And that just finishes up this kind of bit that just juts out a little bit. Okay, so for the last bit on this section here, what you can do is, there's 2 ways you can do this. I'll show you both of them. You can just cut out a 3x3 square. This is the front of the ship here, just so you guys know. And then all you're going to do is just kind of create this square with a hole in it like that. So that's one way to do the smokestack, just really simply. Or what you can do is, I put cobblestone slabs on my one, but I wasn't too keen about it actually. I think the best thing to do is actually have the black wall coming out slightly like this, and then if you cut off these 3, this will probably look a lot better. So then you get that for that kind of smokestack there, or you can make this one bigger if you wanted to, so I'll show you guys how to make it bigger as well. Okay, so another way you could do is go across by 3, then come out to the side and go 3, and then 3, and do the same, so it's the same kind of size as one at the back now. And then just fill this in solid, and then cut a hole out in the middle. That's the really simple way to do it. Or what you can do is you can build it up on a couple of the layers like this. So that's another way. I actually quite like that now, so I'm going to leave it like that way. So hopefully you guys can see it, but it is exactly the same pretty much as this one here. So again, you can put your cobwebs going out to make it look like it's actually got kind of a smoke trail. I'm pretty sure it's a smokestack, just on mine it's really, really small and not really jutting out. And this one looks a bit better, even though it might not be as accurate. So we'll get on to the next part for you guys. Okay, so on the back of this, you've got a 2 block gap between this section here, so 1, 2. And there's going to be 7 in total for this one. So just like this, so that's 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep. Then this is going to go back to a total of 3, so just add a couple extra 2 blocks on the end of it. And then coming out on top of these parts, you're going to go 13 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it should just come out onto this part here. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then just join these 2 together. It's going straight across. This will be for this big section here. We are almost done with the actual bridge itself. Just all I did is I just put stone slabs on as a roof. So if you just go across all of it, there's nothing special about this at all. And I'll tell you where to put these kind of sensor parts on it as well. So just fill in this roof and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so for these 2 sensor bits, it doesn't really matter where they go. I just put in 2 extra parts kind of on either side of them, either side of these parts, but just kind of at different distances. And all I did is put an extra stone slab and then put a cobblestone wall and then a piece of wool. Other things you can do with this roof, you can build this up as well and put on just the cobblestone walls, kind of an antenna type thing. Or if I grab, what have I got here? If I grab something like nether brick fence, you can also just come up a couple of times just with a couple of bits of nether brick fence. It's really up to you what you want to do the roof. I just put these 2 random bits on just to give it a little bit more detail. It's really up to you guys what you want to do with this part. Okay, then we're just going to build up, there's these 2 guns on the sides of these parts. This is just my version of just a general type of gun, so I just put that on there just because it's a bit easier. And it doesn't look too bad at all. So all you're going to do is just come around with your iron bars just to go around the outside of these. And then get out your iron block. You're going to count back 1 block, place 1. And behind this you're going to have 2 sets of 3. So you get this pattern. Then all you're going to do is shift this pattern up and forwards by 1. So you get 3, 3, and then you got a 1, just like this. Cut out this one here, and this is where your seat's going to go. Just like that. And then in the middle of this part here, you're just going to place, I used a stone brick stairs. And I came forwards by 3 blocks with fence gate like this, just to create this kind of gun. Just like that. Another thing you can do as well, I'll just get rid of this here, you can put in I'll leave it either here or here. It's up to you. I think I put mine here. So then you've got this kind of bit that people could sit in and revolve it and everything like that. So we'll just build the other one as well. So I'll leave a 1 block gap, place 1. You've got 2 sets of 3 behind it. This pattern will be shifted forward, so you've got 3, 3, and then a 1. So it's exactly the same pattern. Cut out this one here for a chair. Put in your stone stair. Put in your lever as well. Stone brick stair goes right in the middle of this kind of pattern here. And you're just going to have 3 fence gates in total. 1, 2, 3. So that's just kind of an idea for the side gun, but you guys can do whatever you want really with this part. So we'll get on to the next bit now. Okay, so we're just going to keep on building up this part. So it's just a little bit back here, and then all it is this big bit to do, and we are done with this build. So what we're going to do is just on this back part, just build this up to a height of 3 in total. So just add 2 blocks, just like this, and go back by 4 in total. So you've got this section here, then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be a floor coming in here. So then just build up this here. And then just build in the floor, and I'll get back to you guys. And then I just placed on just kind of a random block, I just placed down a cobblestone fence and put another one of these white sensor type things. Again, you can just put anything kind of around on the back of this and try and make it look like some sort of antenna-y type thing with like nether brick fence or whatever. That's what's up to you guys. Okay, so another thing I did on these guns before I forget, I put on more pressure plates. I've said that too many times on this goddamn tutorial. So yeah, I just put in more pressure plates on these just to finish it up. That completely does, like this section here, all we have to do now is this big bit here and we are completely done. Well done, guys. Okay, so all you're going to do is keep this being built up by 2. This comes all the way around. This section is all just 2. Just like this, build it up. If you want to, you can continue this floor into this part. It's really up to you guys, but it's not necessary. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to come across, it's just going to be an extra layer on top just of this section here. So it just goes directly on top, like this. And just make sure that you've got this 4 in here so you haven't gone over by 1 or anything like that. It is behind where I've put in that kind of floor part. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to leave 1 block on each corner, like we have been kind of most of the way through the build, to be honest, just to make the kind of get it to curve in. And this bit is going to be 4 high, counting this block, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and that goes all the way around. So do that, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, then find the middle of these parts. You're just going to add 2 blocks. It's going to be 3 wide in total, just like that. This will be on each side as well, just like this. There'll be 2 blocks on each side, that kind of left, just like this. Then add 2 blocks into the middle like this. So this is just the bits that kind of curve around and make it look a bit more round, and we'll get on to the next bit. Okay, then just come in behind, and all we're going to do is going to come in by 1, and we're just going to fill in these gaps now. This will be 4 high, this section, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just build this up. And just where we've got these gaps, all you're going to do is just fill them in like this. So that's what you're going to do on those sides. So I'll do another side here so you can see what it looks like, and then I can just skip forward the video so you can get everything. So this, go in the back. So just do that on each side, just going up 4 high, so it'll be the same height as these blocks here. And we'll get on to the next part. Okay, now come to the front part, and where you've got this kind of section here, going to leave these 2 blocks, and it's going to be on the upper side of this one. We're going to go 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to place cobblestone wall, place a quartz slab, or any other slab that you guys have got. If you're doing the Xbox, you can use stone slabs, or just some sort of slab anyway. It's going to come diagonally by twice, just like this. So this is just building like a radar type thing like that. So that's the first one. Okay guys, I made a slight mistake. These bits that have got the 2 extra actually have only got 1. So let's take these off like this, and just add them in blocking behind. Sorry about that, that just completely confused me. Okay, and now what you're going to do is off this block here, you're going to come out by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to place down a cobblestone wall and a block of wool in total. So just like that. And what you can do as well on these parts if you want to is add an extra stone slab underneath to make it look a bit stronger. So the same on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, like that. Place one underneath. cobblestone wool, and a piece of wool, just like that. So we'll get on to the next part. We are almost done. Okay guys, there is bits of black wool on the back part of this. What I'm going to do is I'll build it all out of iron for the time being, or if you're using like grey wool, I'll tell you which bits to kind of chip out at the end. It'll make it a little bit easier. So we'll just get on to the next part. What you're going to do is you're going to leave a gap on the end and go 5. You've got another 5, another 5, and another 5. So each of the corners on these parts are gone. Then you have 3 right in the middle, like this. And it's going to be 3, 1, 3, and then 1, and then 3. So just like that. So you're making a circle. Then the next part, you're just going to place one block in between, in the middle of these parts like this, and then come in here. That's going to go on top of the block that you placed before. You're just making like an L shape here, just like this. It comes in, you're making an L, comes in, making an L, comes in and makes an L, so it's placed on the block there. Then I'm going to place a block on these ones again, and this time it's just going to go on the diagonals, so you're not going to have it on this block instead. So we're just slowly making our way in. Okay, nearly done on building up this bit, guys. So then I'm going to come across these by 3. So you're leaving this block here. It's just going to be 3, 3, 3, and a 3. So that part's really, really easy. You're just kind of creating a diameter 5 circle. If you guys are kind of, you know about the circles in Minecraft. And all you're going to do is find the middle part, build this up by 2, like this. And then come on the inside here, and it's going to be 2 again, just like this. And there's one more here before I forget about it, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to build this kind of big sensor ball type thing. So what we're going to do is just cover up these parts here. You're going to make a cross, just like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come over just all of these parts going around like this. So you get this part, and they're just going to add one block on each of these parts like this. Then we're going to have a kind of another diameter 5 circle. So you've got these 3, then a 3, then a 3, then a 3, just like this. So all we're doing is basically making a load of these cross patterns. We're going to start making them go wrap all the way around. Let's change it to day again. So just place on a block on the top of each of these parts. These bits will be kind of the diagonals. I just usually build this up like this, so it's just solid. So you get that pattern. And then just to finish it off, you're going to put a cross on the top, just like that. So you're basically just creating a small sphere with this kind of cross pattern on it. So it's got a cross on each of the faces, including on the top and on the bottom. So hopefully that wasn't too difficult to build this part. So now we're going to just put in this black part here, and we've just got a little bit more detail on these parts. But the main part of the building, the ship itself is done. So well done, guys. Okay, so putting in the black wool part, I'm going to use quartz blocks like I have done on the smokestack and the radar, just because when I switch out the black wool, you can't really see the definite edges, whereas the quartz block, it's very, very clear. So you guys will be building this out of black wool. So find where you started doing these 5, then leave a gap, then 5 parts. And all you're going to do is cut out, going back by 3 from the back here, these ones here. So it's going to be, all you're doing is just switching out these blocks, just like this. And all you're going to do is just keep on doing this all the way up, trying to remember kind of which blocks you've taken out, which can be difficult. Just like this. We've got 2 here, and then 2 here, here. Just like this. And all you're going to do is literally just switch out the last 3 layers. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and all the ones up to the top here. It's going to be cut out. Just like that. There we go. Yep, so you've got the last 3 layers, but of course they won't be in white for you guys. They will be in black wool. So the only little bits we've got left to do is just place a couple of these random cobblestone walls around, and a couple of nether brick fences. And that's it, we will be done. Okay, so just a couple extra bits on this. So come to where this will be in black wool for you guys, but where you've got this kind of first couple of layers, when you've got the 3, just go up and go back by 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just left it like this, but what you can do as well is just kind of create a step pattern going out to it. I think that looks a lot better. Then grab your cobblestone wall or nether brick fence, up to you guys. I just place one on this block here, on all of the 4 faces. So we got this 2, not the top 2 part, just those parts there. And also in these corners as well, placed in a cobblestone fence, cobblestone wall even. And I just placed in fences on top parts of these, just like this, going around, just like that. So well done on completing the Type 45 Destroyer or the Daring class. It's a pretty big build. Hopefully you guys got on with it alright. If you did have any trouble at all on any part of the tutorial, make sure you place a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can and try and help you guys out as much as possible. Hopefully the tutorial went alright for you guys as well, and it will set out good. I think I'm getting better at the big tutorials, but you know, any kind of notes or anything like that you want to give me and say, you know, try and do this or do this, that'll help me out. It'll help me structure my tutorials a little bit better. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Well done on completing it. Just remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.